So part of my experience is in cybersecurity, but I don't want to have my essay end up being me being solely interested in pursuing like cybersecurity law. I am interested, but I don't want to pigeonhole myself in that essay. I'm wondering if you have any tips on kind of getting out of that.
Tell me more about your concern about pigeonholing yourself.
So my career has been like in I've done translation in the tech space, and then the most recent 3 years has been in cybersecurity, where it was a lot of translating for consulting work, which kind of leaned into the legal side of things in a foreign country. So I feel like my essay goes into a lot of that, being in a foreign country, explaining American laws, and then like this nuance of no actual laws that are really dictating cybersecurity at the moment. So kind of being in that space of exploration and kind of how governments are trying to figure out how to navigate the cybersecurity space. And so I feel like I'm going way, way far into the details of that rather than explaining sort of my interest in why I want to go to law school. And so I'm kind of getting sidetracked a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not feeling the personal in this. I'm feeling what governments are up to and all the details and the technical aspects and the laws themselves. I mean, obviously you might need to give a little bit of a framework about that if it's a topic that not a lot of folks are familiar with, but I'm not hearing about you here. So I hear that you're interested in this.
Yes.
But that alone isn't enough. I want to hear more about what you've done. Make it more personal.
Mm-hmm.
So is there something in your work experience or something in your personal experience we could talk about? Is there a story here?
Yeah, I think for my essay, I'm really focusing on, I've been in this bicultural situation for my whole life. You know, I'm bilingual in Japanese and English, and my career's been in that space. I've been in a legal department so the statement really takes me through kind of my career of being in a legal department in a very domestic Japanese company, trying to expand into the US. And then also being in a company that is purely American in a Japanese space, working with the government and all that. So being very close to the legal conversation. And so I want to know more. I want to be able to speak with authority in that space is my reasoning for wanting to go into law. And so that's kind of the structure of what I'm sort of writing right now.
Fantastic. Well, that's where I would focus. I would focus on who you are and what you've done in that professional capacity. Mm-hmm. Focus more on what you've done than on what you will do. Because what you've done, that's guaranteed we have the evidence for that. What you will do, you could go in a million different directions, like you said. And so you don't need to say, this is exactly what I'm going to do with my career. Here's the 5-year plan, the 10-year plan, the 20-year plan. Things could change. As a 0L, as a pre-law, you haven't been to law school yet. You don't necessarily even know what new paths may open up to you during those 3 years of law school, what new areas you may discover. And it's all theoretical. It's all claims, right? So you want to focus probably 80, 90% on what you've done up to this point.
Right.
And that's enough. You don't have to have done anything legal at all, period. If you have, that's fantastic. Even just the cross-cultural international work, that alone's pretty cool. So definitely call that out, celebrate that, show how you can work in both contexts. If you can, that's amazing. And then share a little bit about, because I've done these things, this is what I might want to do going forward. But that could just be a couple sentences at most. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.